Hello and welcome to Pitt Beyond the Script alongside head coach Pat Narduzzi. I'm Rob King of AT&T Sportsnet. Coach, you get your first victory of the season and you do it against a team favored to win the MAC in Ohio 20-10. What do you think about getting your first win of the year?
Obviously, extremely excited. Excited for that locker room and our kids. I think, it's tough. It's tough as a coach coming in on a Sunday after a loss. It's tough as a player. So I'm excited for our kids. You get that first one under your belt against a good Ohio football team that's well coached, disciplined, and probably came in and played one of their better games. I mean, they were giving it everything they had. They played hard. They played tough on all three phases.
But we'll enjoy this one, okay, and work to get better, okay? That was a team win. It took everybody. It took special teams. It took offense. It took defense to get it done, okay?
Wanted to talk to you about the defense. That's coming up. First, let's take a look at your offense. Kenny Pickett puts up career numbers. What did you think of Kenny's performance?
I was obviously happy for Kenny. Kenny works as hard as anybody in this program, coach or player. And to watch him it's a process. New quarterback coach, new offense, new system. And, he played well in the system. He got the ball out. There were some just throws that were outstanding for a quarterback, probably like you used to throw the ball.
Thankfully, not like that.
But, he just made some throws, and he could still throw it even more on time. There's some hits he took that we got to release it. So I think every week his timing is going to get better.
There's a man wide open. Catch it to 47. Maurice French on his way at the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 15, 10. Touchdown Panthers, 74 yards.
Maurice French, 75-yard touchdown. And by the way, a career game for Maurice French as well. Can you take us through that 75-yard touchdown?
It was kind of it was a little longer, and it really was a little bit of a scramble, scramble rules for Maurice. And, the one thing I'll say about our receivers right now is they're getting open. He's finding space. There's a couple of times whether it was Trey Tipton found a window to throw the ball in. So I think, Maurice, found a window. Kenny got it to him, and then, Frenchie's legs did the rest.
Running for the end zone, and that's Vincent Davis, the freshman, for the 2-yard run off the left side. Touchdown.
Vincent Davis, freshman, first career touchdown. I'd like to celebrate first. What was it like putting him in that situation and seeing him score his first touchdown?
Obviously, really happy for him. After the game, he's asking, Coach, can I have the game ball? Can I have that ball that I scored a touchdown with? I was like, heck no, man. That's only one touchdown you scored. Now you want me to, make it gold for you too. But no, I was happy for him. And I think our team was. You see how much excitement they got for him, and it's because they've seen what he's done in practice, and they've seen him prepare and get into that game. So I think everybody was excited for him.
How's that for your third career carry? Nice job on this drive, not only throwing the football, but give the pass protection unit an A+ on this drive.
We hit the rewind button, go back to the beginning of camp. A lot of people questions about the offensive line. You're replacing some guys with some new guys. Now we fast forward to 2 weeks into the season. What have you thought about that unit?
I think, again, it's a work in progress. I think we're probably a little bit further ahead right now with our O-line than where we were after 2 games last year. So I think it's something we just got to continue to see the progress, as the season goes on, to really put a grade on it. But I'm happy with where they are.
And we'll be talking about Penn State coming up in just a little bit. 17-3 at the half. It looked like you might be able to blow Ohio out of the water, but you threw the ball effectively in the first half. You ran the ball effectively in the second half, especially when you needed to chew up some clock and kind of put the game away. 2 different styles of offense almost.
Well, again, we're trying to work what we have and win a football game at the same time, and it's just a matter of, hey, what do we want to do in the second half? Well, obviously, there's a little bit of a plan behind what we did. We felt comfortable. We kind of felt like, okay, who's our running backs? I think you start to solidify who that guy is, who's a hot hand, and then kind of, see what we can do with it.
Still some adaptation to Coach Whipple because you were so run heavy prior to Coach Whipple coming on board, and then we see Kenny Pickett with a career game, but then again in the second half, able to run the football effectively. Is there still kind of a feeling out process a little bit with the offense?
Yeah, for me, for the offensive staff, for our kids, I think there's still, we're trying to figure out what we do well, and I think that's all part of the process.
He keeps it, and he pays the price. Big rush. He's hit and sacked by a blitzing Kylan Johnson. Sacked back at the 11-yard line by Jalen Twyman.
I wanted to talk to you about the defense because just outstanding. And look, if you had talked about the Camp and Weaver injuries at this point of the season and then still seeing wave after wave of defensive linemen, Jalen Twyman, 3 sacks in the game. What an incredible performance by him.
Yeah, Jalen's been playing like that all camp. He's a different guy than he was a year ago, and we need some other guys to step up and be as productive as he was. But, I'm happy with where that defense is right now. We still got a ways to go. There's still a lot of details that you won't see with the naked eye or that camera zoomed in on a guy, but we have a lot of improvements to make, and we can be better.
Well, a couple guys, again, I want to mention some guys because they've turned in strong performances. Again, Deslin Alexander, you talked about him in camp. Sack last week, a sack this week, and then Wendell Davis comes up with his first career sack as well.
Yeah, it was good for both those guys. I mean, guys playing their first really meaningful time in a football game, and Wendell comes up with really that, and also a nice tackle in the open field. Wendell's going to be a really good football player, and it's good to get him in the game.
Well, the Panthers are now 1-1 as they get ready to travel to Happy Valley, the 100th ever meeting between Penn State and Pitt. We'll talk about that with Coach Narduzzi when we resume on Pitt Beyond the Script.